Hello friends, I Dr. Shweta Mishra, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, Biyani Group of Colleges, welcomes you all on behalf of GuruKPO.com. The topic which I am going to discuss today is how to solve an assignment problem. The problem given to us is our company has 5 machines and 5 jobs. The relevant cost matrix is given below. Now the matrix is machines M1, M2, M3, M4, M5 and the jobs are J1, J2, J3, J4, J5. We have to assign these machines to the jobs in order to minimize our cost. Now the steps which we are going to follow in order to solve assignment problem. Now step 1 is we have to subtract the least entry of each row from each element of the row. Now let us have a look at the first row. It's M1 and the least entry in M1 row is 3. We are going to subtract the 3 from all the rest of the elements. Now after subtracting 3 from 10 is 7, 1, 2, 0 and 8. Next is the next least entry is 9. We are going to subtract 9 from this. It arrives at 4, 2, 0, 3 and 1. Now next is least entry is 1. It comes to 11, 2, 9, 0 and 8. Third one is 1. It comes to 8, 0, 10, 3 and 7. And the last one is 3. It comes to 5, 3, 4, 0, 7. Now this is our first step. Now as we have already completed our first step, that is called row treatment, now we are going to move towards our next step, that is column treatment. Now as we have mentioned that we have going to subtract the least element of each row, in the same way now the next step is we are going to subtract the least element of each column from each column. Now as we have already discussed our first step, that is row treatment, now we are moving forward to our next step, that is column treatment. In column treatment we are going to delete the least entry of each column from rest of the elements. Now in the first column the least entry is 4. We are going to delete this 4 from rest of the elements, that is 7 minus 4 is 3, 4 minus 4 is 0, 11 minus 4 is 7. It comes to 4 and it's 1. Now in next column the least entry is 0. So the number going to repeat itself 1, 2, 2, 0, 3. Again in next column the least entry is 0, 2, 0, 9, 10, 4. Now in next again it's 0, 0, 3, 0, 3, 0. And in the last column the least entry is 1. Which comes to as 7, 0, 7, 6, 6. Now after completing our column treatment we are going to draw the number of lines that incorporate 0 in itself. Now for drawing the lines the sequence is we have to incorporate the maximum number of 0 in single line. So here in this particular column here it's 1 0, in next 1, in next is 1 and in fourth column here it's 3 zeros. And next is 2 zeros, 1 0. Now I have already incorporated all the zeros by joining lines. Now when counting the lines arrived are 1, 2, 3. The number of lines that we are going to have is the number of columns and number of rows. Here we have number of columns and rows are 5. So the number of lines which we are going to have is 5. Now in this particular question the number of lines are only 3. 2 more lines are required. So we are going to move further for the next step. Now the next step is the entries which are not incorporated by the lines. We have to select the least number from the entries which are not covered by the line. Now the least entry which are not covered by the line is 1. So we are going to subtract this number from the rest of the elements that are not covered by the lines. So 3 minus 1 is 2, 0, 1. The points that are covered by the lines, that we are not going to add any of the things and the numbers comes again itself. 0 comes to 6, these numbers are not going to be changed which are covered by the line. Only the points that are on the intersection of these lines, we are going to add the number, that least number that we have selected. 4, 0. As this is the intersecting point, I have added 1 over this number. 6, 1, 8, 0, 6, 4, 0, 10. This is an intersecting point, so I am going to add the number 4, 6, 0, 2, 3, 0, 5. Now again we are going to draw the number of lines and covering the maximum 0. Here is 3 0. In this line there are 3 zeros. In this particular line there are 2 zeros and there is 1 0. Now we have not yet achieved our target of achieving 5 lines, so we are going to again repeat the step that we have already repeated in our previous steps. Now as we have not achieved our target of finding the 5 lines, so we are going to again repeat this step. The uncovered points, we have to select the least entry and it's again 1. So the next step is 1, 0, 0, 0, 5. The next is 0. As this is an intersecting point, we have to add this particular number, 0, 5, 0. The next is 5, 1, 7, 0, 5. It's 3, 0, 9, 4, 5. And next is 0. And again on intersecting point, we'll add 1, 3, 1 and 5. Now again we'll start with formulating lines. Now we will again start drawing the number of lines. As we have already achieved our target of achieving the 5 lines, now I am going to locate the points. That is, there is a single point. As the points are clashing, we have already derived all the points from all the classes, all the machines. So now to find the answer, now we have already derived our 5 points. Now to calculate the least cost, we are going to write down M1, M2, M3, M4 and M5. Now for first machine, the job located is J3 and the value of J3 is 5. For M2 it's J5 and the value is 10. For M3 it's J4 and the value is 1. For M4 it's J2 and the value is 1. And for M5 the value is J1 and it's 8. Now totaling it down, 15, 16, 17 and 17 and 8 is, now we have already concluded our cost. Now adding all these costs, it comes to 25. So the answer for our assignment problem is 25. And thank you. For more informational video, please like, comment and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you.